stay there, right? And it is more snow, and most it'll just pile up. So they have to like bring it and like put it onto trucks and drive it somewhere and just pile it in gigantic piles. And because they're so big, it takes so long for them to melt that even when it's like 20 degrees out, there's still like a mountain of the most disgusting, dirty, sludgy snow somewhere.
Hey, we got a game. Let's do this.
Yes, let's.
All right, let's have a quick look over the green lineup from the north. The Coneheeds coming to the dance with Ohio, Napoli, Venezia, Moskva, fronted by Ragnar Kleber and Shimakaze.
And then down the other end on the south spawn in red and 1-0 up, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
We have Zath's team with Montana, Des Moines, Moskva, Nevsky, and then 3 destroyers. We've got Daring, a Kleber, and a Ragnar. So this meta seems fairly, we're getting a slight variation in the battleships, slight variation in the cruisers. But this composition seems to be what most of the teams are going for.
Yep, is this what you see in clan battles at the moment as well?
Not quite the same, but obviously it's quite similar because the cap arrangement is the same-ish. Is it exactly the same, or is it? I'm not sure if it's slightly different, but
no, it's the same.
Obviously it's very, very similar. Same number of players. The only difference is the 2 battleship rule, and obviously these teams can bring multiples of the same ship. So that does make a slight difference, but generally it's fairly similar. The way that you control the maps, like where you put your cruisers, which cruisers you put where, it's pretty similar. Maybe you take a Napoli or a Venezia, they control the open water flank, and then you've got the radar cruisers controlling the middle over the caps. You've got 2 or 3 destroyers for vision and torping, potential torp brushes. It's pretty similar.
Very aggressive early destroyer positioning here from Mad Dog's Kleber. He speed boosted down there. Now he's trying to reverse into the cap, backed up by JCD's Moskva and Eagle Lance's Ragnar. Don't really see much opposition.
When Jirek played my team, Mad Dog rushed for the island and did not make it. So
did not survive.
Explains the no. I think that, which apparently had worked previously in the weekend. So I think they've had a bit of a change of tactics here. I've decided to be a little bit more cautious.
Very, very cautious now. I mean, the Moskva is ready there for a counter radar, but like as soon as that's burned, he'll be able to get a free cap. He's not going for it.
So Montana staying mid, Shima going out wide. Iron Man will be out on the flank with Hoodlum Warus bearing down. But interestingly, Team Zath not really looking to control that flank at all. I think they're concentrating on the sea cap in the middle of the map.
Good hit there on Diego's Moskva. I'm not sure where that came from. Was that the Ohio punching him?
I didn't see. I suspect so, yeah.
Would make sense. The Ohio's got his spotter plane up, so yeah, that's probably the shot he took. Probably dropped those through the Moskva's deck. Deadeye taking some counter fire down there at the Ohio. Not much.
With so many ships over on the side of the map, Diego's going to have to be quite cautious how far and how often that Moskva goes forward. At the moment, I can't see how either of these teams is going to get a destroyer into the cap safely until some ships start to go down.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to be... Most of the action at sea is going to be combat.
Iron Man. Iron Man is spotted by Hoodlum over on the 2 line.
Ooh, that's not going to go well for him. Very nice dodging.
Yeah, yeah, the Venezia salvo.
Sometimes just stopping is the correct answer.
I like this Ragnar position out here on the flank, kind of fronting the Nevsky, right? You have the double radar, and then the Ragnar can also help possibly screen for some of these Shima torpedoes.
And sometimes with this sort of shielding destroyer
Mad
position,
Dog. Mad Dog takes a torpedo in the stern, trying to reverse into the cap, takes a daring torp. That slowed his advance. He stopped dead now.
So the thing with the daring is if you know where the enemy destroyer is roughly going to be, because you've got the single fires, you can bunch those torpedoes quite tight. It can be quite difficult to dodge.
Dirty Water's push
I was
up
gonna say
the 10 line starting to form up.
This shielding position of Ragnar is kind of clever because you don't have to go very far away from your spawn, and you're basically drawing the enemy team into overextending a little bit. So this Ragnar is trying to stay as close as possible to this Nevsky.
Nice smoke train there from the Shiva, though, bringing the Venezia in close.
Yep.
And Shiva still outspots the Ragnar, so it's still a dangerous position for him to be in.
That's going to be an
so I think
interesting flank to watch.
His radar's going to be
In
back in
principle.
25 seconds, and then it'll be
Yep.
painful for the Shimmer.
Going to be fun to watch that cat and mouse game on that flank unfold, as I was kind of expecting a little more out of this organized group. This is Dyer and Mutsuki over here on the 10 line, the Des Moines and Kleber, but didn't get anything. They do have Eagle Lance lit now. Dyer's radar is up. They've caught Eagle out a bit. Lots of shells going out on Eagle Lance.
Yeah, the sea cap is a bit of a powder keg because as soon as one of these ships goes down, that's going to give one of the teams an advantage. And then I think you'll see that team push quite hard.
Urban
Currently
Hangman's
trading
Napoli coming in over there
fairly
as well.
The Ragnar's radar for Hoodlum actually was popped, but Shimmer, I think, was waiting for it and got, to range, and it looks like he's unspotted again now.
Yeah, with
So
the
that
back
radar
of the
didn't do
Venezia
too
there.
much.
Not really a fight that Hoodlum Wars can take.
Deadeye abuse is quite low, nearing 50% health there in this Montana.
Yeah, I don't think he's been training all that well with the Ohio. I think the Ohio has been able to pen him from angles that he would prefer he couldn't. But Deadeye's position does allow him to put shells downrange on Urban Hangman, who was pushing Dyer's Des Moines over here on the 10 line, but he's since turned around and is running back north.
So Diada's going to touch the cap here on C cap.
Draw out the radar, you think?
JCD's radar is available.
There it is.
So, and Diada is like 4K inside the radar.
Yeah, he won't get out of that before it expires for sure.
Yeah, it's such a short radar, though, and there's no... Oh, big hit on the Ohio.
Big hit on the Ohio, yeah. Deadeye Abuser finally getting some of his own back, I think.
Yeah, but still under pressure from the Ragnar, and not really a trade he still wants to continue taking, though he doesn't really have much of a choice here.
7 minutes
Yeah,
in.
I think... Go.
7 minutes in, the lowest ship on the board is Deadeye Abuser's Montana, and they're continuing to focus him between the Ragnar and Criminal Six's Ohio, and I think Urban Hangman's Napoli is going to join that chorus in a moment. He's rotating back where he'll have shots shortly.
Yeah,
Deadeye went dark.
No, they can still see him, ironically.
No, they can now. He went dark for just a moment.
He's trying to get up.
Up to this
Yeah,
rock.
there's sort of a notch in the rocks where your superstructure can get spotted. And so ironically,
now
you're
he's
less
okay.
likely to get spotted if you go forwards. But I think the Ragnar can actually come all the way across and get Deadeye spotted again, maybe.
Well, and JC's radar is down now. Boom Diata back into the cap. Should be able to finally convert this cap for Team Dirty Water.
Yeah, they're trying for some blind fire right there, and it's surprisingly very accurate. Almost.
Oh,
They
they
actually
reset there.
They do get some
Again.
resets.
And they get the fire on him, too.
Very nice work. But I was just going to comment earlier, Bundiana, because there was just a single Moskva.
More blind fire and another fire.
Hit him again.
He must be spotted, right?
He's spotted by the Kleber here
He's
with the
spotted
fire.
now. He wasn't until that fire. Oh, Boom
Yeah,
Diata
don't-
getting low.
Yeah, don't forget when you get a fire set, your detection increases.
Can they convert the kill? Yes,
Yes, they can. Oh, that's a huge kill for the Coneheeds.
Can I just say that was like that blind fire? Wow! Like with that was amazing. That might have won the game. That
Oh,
little shell.
Shimakaze
Oh.
taking out the
Another
Ragnar.
Fort
Ooh,
in there.
that's losing both of those destroyers. That's disastrous for Zach's
Yeah,
team.
and Polka is going to have to do some fancy dancing to find himself a gap in this Shimakaze salvo, or he's going to eat one. He is going to eat one. No! Woo! Close.
They run out on the paintwork.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, well, So Cone still have to get into Charlie. Mad Dog can't really reverse in because the Montana's right there and the Mossbar is right there. They could push Criminal in there.
I would have expected Mad Dog to just go for the YOLO now and just take him out.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Definitely the right play here, although they
So-
can just wait and see if they can take him out with the
Yeah.
Ohio. The secondaries are firing.
Is
Maybe
the-
get a
Dyer
last
feels like
fire
he's
here.
going
What-
for the
one thing-
YOLO, driving into a torpedo
Thing I
here.
notice is that Mad Dog's speed boost is on cooldown, 45 seconds. So they might be waiting for that to come back before they turn him around.
Dyer in the Des Moines, he's going
Yeah,
down.
no, Dyer's going out.
Yep.
It almost feels like
Mitsuki
Zat's
as
team.
well.
Yeah, it almost feels like Zat's team has kind of just said, just end it, right? We can't win at this stage.
Yeah, just get it over
just
with. We'll
just
go
get
to
it over
game
with so we can
3.
get on to game 3.
Yeah. And I think that IVs are moving forward now as well. I think they're
Yeah.
definitely getting this over with now.
They've
Yeah.
thrown in the towel. There come the Kleber Torps.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
over.
I appreciate that as well. I mean, like,
Yep.
at some point, it becomes also always awkward to commentate on something where you're just like, oh, we're going to talk about the action,
Oh,
but
there
actually,
might be a chance that they might be able to possibly do something, even though I know they're actually just,
Yeah.
running
No,
out
it
of
was
Yeah.
it was something that we kind of had to learn, early on when we started doing King of the Seas, that you reach a point in a game where it becomes clear that the other team has no way back into a match. And so you have to not be afraid to say that, to basically say, look, this is over, right? We can shoot, we can trade shells, but there is no way for the other team to win at this stage.
Well, when there's like a couple $1,000 on the line, maybe you'll say like maybe a miracle
Wow.
happens, but
exactly.
Yeah.
in
I
a
mean,
tournament
if you're
like
playing
this,
Oh,
if you're playing for cash, because you never know, like someone might have forgotten a destination flag, because that's happened in King of the Sea.
it has in the finals even.
Yeah,
of internationals. I
Yes.
mean, the game was already over, but
Yes.
yeah, that kind of thing can happen. So you might as well carry on just in case.
They're going to punch out the Nevsky with this salvo, I think. Ooh, not enough of it hits. That's surprising.
yeah, they're gonna pick up the Mosfa here as well.
Whichever ship dies first, that's the
what they
game.
wrote.
Yep.
and game.
Well, that's right. Tied up. Going to game 3.
1-1. Well, I guess at least we got what we wanted, Mr. Connolly. We got only game 3s.
We did. I think this is very much a case of be careful what you wish for.
Conway's like, damn it, I'm hungry. This is killing me.
Yeah, slightly, but it's all right.